You're going to start laying on your back in a hook lying position. This is going to be a really helpful and passive way to take your hips out of an anterior orientation like so and help you bring them a little bit further back in space where you're literally on the mat, but you can passively roll them back just by laying here. So for starters, you should be relaxed. There should be no tension. Everything should be limp. You should not be clenching the glutes or squeezing anything. First thing you're going to do is set up with both feet a very slight hip tuck. In fact, it's not really going to move much at all. It's going to be about establishing a certain foot pressure. So with both feet, I want you to feel that you have the heels, the arches, the ball of the big toe, and the big toe pressing into the floor, but only about out of a 5 out of 10 effort. So don't floor the gas pedal, just gently start to press into the floor, and you should start to feel some hamstrings kicking on. Shouldn't be intense. If they start to cramp, just reset and very gently start to do it again. And what you'll notice is that if I was relaxed, as soon as I press my feet, watch my hips, very, very subtle. So it's a super small tuck. Your tailbone is just barely touching the floor. It's not a massive tuck. We're not trying to lift the hips off the floor. We're just establishing foot pressure to connect us with those hamstrings. Once you're here, left foot's gonna stay right on the floor. It's not gonna move. Right foot's gonna go on a wall right in front of you. So keep that foot in line with that hip and knee. And then what you're gonna do is keeping the left foot just like we established it, right foot is gonna do the same thing, but you're gonna have the right hip push to the left. So just by establishing that foot pressure on the inside edge of the right foot, you're gonna feel big toe, ball, the big toe and heel, and you're gonna push through that part of the foot so that it starts to turn your hips to the left. So if I reset, left hip is doing its thing, left foot has that foot pressure, I still have left hamstring. Watch what happens to my hips when I push the right inside edge of my foot into the wall. Very, very subtle. So what I feel is that my right hip is no longer in contact with the floor. I'm heavier on my left side, and I have my right butt cheek online. So I feel my right glute has kicked on just because I have pressed through the inside edge of that right foot. Again, this is very subtle, so you're not forcing it. You're just trying to get the inside edge of both feet involved with some kind of a surface. On the right foot, you can allow the outer edge to roll off a little bit if it helps you feel the inside edge more, so long as that knee does not cave in. So that knee should still be in line with the hip socket. The outer foot can roll off, but not to the extent of that knee moving inward. So make sure things stay in line. Once you have this position, you are breathing. So goal of the breath is when you exhale, keep that foot pressure, drive a little more with each. When you're inhaling, just hold as it is, and you'll feel air expanding your backside, mainly your left side of your back because that right hip is turning to the left. So I'm going to demonstrate a couple breaths. You can place hands on your ribs. At the end of your exhale, you should be as small as possible in the rib cage without forcing anything. And then when you breathe in, you should feel some 360 expansion, so long as the exhale establish some obliques on both sides that stay on when you let the air back in.